Not Howie's fault. Not Howie's fault. And look what happens. All the waiting, all the bullshit, all the mysterious tweets and deleting shit and all that crap out the window with this whole Chauncey Gardner-Johnson situation. Okay? Really pissed me off in a lot of ways, and obviously signed. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signed a 1-year deal for $8 million with the Lions. The freaking Lions that are obviously becoming a better team. They had a pretty good year for, and I think they're a good rebuilding team right now. But this isn't on Howie Roseman. This is on Chauncey taking so damn long. The Philadelphia Eagles, at the beginning of free agency, first day of free agency of the legal tampering period, the Eagles had the highest offer. The Eagles had the highest offer for Chauncey. And he just said, no, I'm going to wait and check the market out. And as the market just kept getting worse and worse, the Eagles backed out, or they just said that you're taking too long. We have other things we need to do. So maybe that's why they decided to sign James Bradberry. Maybe that's why. The Eagles offered him the highest deal. I don't know what it was, but they offered it, and he didn't take it. This is all on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at the end of the day. It is what it is. It's a loss, but the Eagles were like, sorry, but we can't string this out, wait this long. At least we knew, we were seeing the reports literally 4 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, that this was going to be high priority signing for the Eagles besides the Jalen Hurts extension. That Chauncey Gardner-Johnson would have been the highest priority signing for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was, because they offered him a high number. It was probably more than $8 million. That's what we got from Reuben Frank, some of the news as of right now. So all that waiting, all that crap, that mysterious bullshit that we had to deal with this past week, and I'm glad it's over with. It's a loss, definitely is. And here's what I'm thinking right now. I don't know why the Eagles didn't wait longer, because they let Marcus Epps walk. So if they already knew they weren't going to let two safeties walk, what is the option? Is it Kevin Byard from the Titans? Are they going to make a trade? Is something going to happen? I don't know. Or are they going to go into this draft and go draft a Brian Branch or Jordan Battle? You know what I mean? So now I feel like the draft, maybe it's changed dramatically now since, other than having Reed Blankenship and Kevon Wallace. Because I'm telling you right now, they better not sign Jalen Mills as your starting safety. No. Okay, I said as a depth guy. That's it. That's as far as I went with that. I'm not trying to bandage up that safety spot. And obviously, with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, it's the money, man. And it was only $8 million, and the Eagles offered him a higher price at the beginning of free agency. A higher price. They offered him. I don't know what the offer is, but they literally, the first day of free agency, as reported, they offered him a really good deal. And Chauncey said, I'm not going to take this now. I'm going to wait and see the rest of these offers that I do get. While he was trying to get these multi-year big deals at safety, thinking he was going to get $13 to $16 million. It wasn't going to happen. And the Eagles couldn't sit there and wait, which he pretty much did, tweeting stuff, deleting stuff, archiving his IG, unarchiving his IG, the stupid crap that we had to deal with this past week. It's like, come on now. You know what I mean? So I don't know what, I don't know what the plan is going forward. Now it's like you let Marcus Epps walk, and now you let Chauncey walk, which really wasn't the Eagles' fault. This has nothing to do with Howie Roseman. This has nothing to do with this front office. It's about Chauncey and what he tried to do and what he was doing, okay? The Eagles have an opportunity here now to go out and look for another talent. They have an opportunity now to go either trade for Kevin Byard or draft the best safety in this draft this year, which is a major hole right now. Reed Blankenship's not enough. Sample size was good, not enough for me as of right now. Okay? So, if this is all on Chauncey, I can't be mad at Howie because, Chauncey can't let this thing. He let this thing ride for a week and a half. A week and a half, dude. So he could have got more money from the Eagles, and yet he's taking less from the Lions at $8 million. What? I'm trying to wrap my head about this whole thing. So now, the good thing about this is they get a comp pick out of it, unless they're done with the comp picks. Unless this is, so they would have got, actually, they probably wouldn't have. I don't know. I think they already have their comp picks for next year. They have 4 comp picks for next year. I don't think they can get any more anyway from this move. Okay, 11, 12 selections in the draft in the 2024 draft. Okay, I get it. But now, we figured, and we were right the whole entire time. The Eagles were making that top priority. They offered him a deal. They actually offered him a deal the first day that was more money than what he's getting now. Probably like $4 or $5 million more, and he took $8 million, and he waited a week and a half. That's why the Eagles couldn't sit there. That's why Howie Roseman's like, dude, you got to figure this out because I have other priorities to make with this team. Like, what are you going to do? So Chauncey stringed the Eagles along. The Eagles didn't care. They went out. They did what they had to do. They re-signed Slay. They re-signed Bradbury. They re-signed. They got Fletcher Cox in the building. They brought Greedy Williams in. They brought Brandon Graham back. They did some things. They got Rashad Penny in the building. They made some discounted moves this year. This isn't the end of the world because the guy I guess just didn't really care about coming back. At the end of the day, it's like he just didn't care about coming back. Where was he going to be more successful coming back? The Philadelphia Eagles. And he went to the Lions to work on another deal. He could play well for them. Who knows? You know what I mean? So this isn't, obviously this is a loss, but obviously, they can replace this. You got a draft with 2 first-round picks. You got guys available per trade. Whatever Howie's got cooking. Obviously, Howie's got to have a backup plan to this because you let Marcus Epps walk, and it's not on Howie. It's not Howie's fault that this happened. This is on Chauncey being just trying to get more money as possible, and he actually lost money in this situation. He didn't get the most money in this situation. The Eagles offered him more than $8 million a year. They offered him more than that, and he said, no, and he waited a whole week and a half. Not a day, not 2 days. He waited a week and a half to get a week and a half he waited. I said to myself, something has got to happen because there's no way that this thing can go till another week. There's no way. The Eagles can't be that patient waiting that long. It's just crazy, dude. It's crazy. I'm pretty pissed off, but I'm not pissed off because it was Howie's fault, because it's not. If Howie lost him because of Howie, then I'd be probably more mad. I'm actually less mad because, or maybe more mad but less mad because it was more on Chauncey than it was on Howie Roseman, because literally they kept the Eagles waiting and waiting and waiting, getting Bradbury back, getting Slay back. So who knows, the money that they were giving Chauncey, they probably used it for a Bradbury re-sign. Maybe that's why it was so shocking they brought him back, because the Eagles figured that they were going to bring back some defensive players, but Chauncey was the highest priority. Offered him more money than what other teams were giving. Now, I don't know if it was a 1-year deal or it was, if it was the first day of free agency, they probably offered him a couple of years or something like that. So who knows what the contract was? Okay, who knows what it was? But this is all on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson literally waiting too long. And obviously this is his first time dealing with free agency. So he was getting too picky. He was getting too picky on his money. Way too picky. And he waited too long. The Eagles gave him the high. Jesus Christ. So now it's like the safety position is one big hole now. One big hole. I don't care if Reed Blankenship's there. It's not enough. It's not enough. You still need 2 safeties at that spot. Okay? And I don't know what they're going to do here. It's going to come down to I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen, but they better figure something out, because whether it's Kevin Byard, whether it's going to the draft and getting the best guy out there, they could probably do that too. So, like I said, don't blame Howie Roseman for this move. Blame Chauncey for his selfishness. And, I give him respect for waiting, but to wait a week and a half, it's a little too much. And the Eagles, I blame Chauncey for waiting that long. I can wait a few days for if you want to wait on some offers in a few days, but he dragged this out for a week and a half. A week and a half he dragged this out, or at least a week, whatever. Okay? Because the tampering period started Monday pretty much, and the Eagles had an offer on the table with more money, and he was like, no, I'm going to wait. Let me wait till more offers. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He waited 6 days. He wanted the Eagles to wait 6 days. So he probably went back to the Eagles and said, okay, I'll take that offer. And Howie Roseman was like, no, we're not going to sign you because we already got some other things cooking right now. And I've already, Howie Roseman is already thinking about the next move. So Chauncey ruined it for himself coming back to Philly. Nobody ruined it for him but for himself. That's all it was. So if it was that hard to make a decision coming back to the Eagles, then he probably didn't want to really be here. Probably did, but he got too picky of where he wanted to go and probably got too picky of the money he was getting. And he got way too much with it. And the Eagles would have paid him more, and he got less. So the Lions got a great deal at $8 million for the year. Great, fantastic deal. So that's pretty much the highest of what the safeties are getting. Besides Jesse Bates, that's the highest of what mostly the safeties are getting. They're getting about $4 to $8 million a year, and he got paid of the highest, lowest safeties at $8 million a year. So blame it on Chauncey. Howie Roseman did nothing. Howie Roseman was ready. He was ready to go. First day of free agency to sign Chauncey, and he didn't take it. So I feel more better because Howie Roseman said, you know what, whatever, and he just kept going and had more moves to do. That's all I got to say about it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. A lot of people are going to hate it. A lot of people are going to say, thank God, selfish piece of, that's what I'm going to hear in the comment section. He's a selfish piece of crap, blah, blah, blah. Selfish. He doesn't know what he's doing. He didn't want to be here. Screw him. I already know what I'm going to hear in the comment section. I'm going to read every single one of you guys' comments because, I like getting the feedback. But he was counting his change. He was counting those pennies way too much. He would have got more money, and he waited too long. And Howie was like, nope, I'm going to move on and do some other things to help this team because I can't sit here for 6 days and wait for you to make up your mind. So that's what happened, and that's all I really got to say. So let me know in the comments section. If you lasted this long, subscribe to the channel, like the video as well. And, on to the next. We're moving on. It is what it is. I'll see you guys later.